Welcome to another session in grammar. We will be looking at superlative adjectives. When we're looking at superlatives, we're looking for something that is number one. Something that is number one. But when we say B is bigger than C, this is comparing between two things, comparative. When we say A is the biggest house, this means A is number one, and this is where we use the superlative adjectives. To form the superlative, we just need to add est to the end of an adjective. We've studied adjectives before. For adjectives with one syllable, like cold, in the comparative, as we've studied before, we add er, it will be colder. As for the superlative, we add est for it to be coldest. Adjectives with one syllable. If the adjective has two or more syllables that do not end in y, like important, important, 3 syllables. In the comparative, we say more important. For the superlative, we would say most important. These are adjectives with 2 or more syllables that do not end in y. When an adjective ends in the letter E, like safe here, for the comparative, we add r, and it's safer. For the superlative, we add st for it to be safest. And this is when the adjective ends in the letter E. Remember, we do not write 2 E's for this, so we do not say safest with 2 E's. This is wrong. When an adjective ends in a consonant plus vowel plus consonant, CVC, like hot, we double the last letter, the last C, which is T here, which is hotter for comparative. Hotter. And as for the superlative, it will be hottest. Again, notice the est. For adjectives with 2 syllables and ending in y, with a consonant before the y, like sunny, in the comparative, we remove the y and replace it with IER, so it will be sunnier. And in the superlative, we remove the y and add IEST, because in the comparative, we added IER, but for the superlative, we add IEST to the end of the adjective, so it looks like this, sunniest. This is the sunniest day. When we look at the irregular forms of comparative and superlative adjectives, we have to be familiar, obviously, with the irregular forms, like good. In the comparative, it will be better. It changes. That's why it's irregular. And in superlative form, it will be best. Let's look at another one. Bad. Okay. Comparative will be worse. Can you think of the superlative for bad? Yep, that's right. Worst. Worst. Excellent. Far. Further and farther for the comparative. And for the superlative, furthest or farthest. Okay, let's look at these sentences here. Sarah is the best student. This is the superlative. She's number 1. Al Ittihad is the oldest team in KSA, Saudi Arabia. Notice we have the oldest and then we have the noun team, because obviously adjectives describe nouns. Okay, water is the most important drink. Again, we have the, then we have the superlative, and then we have the noun. I am the shortest in my family. I am the shortest in my family. What is the tallest building in your city? These are examples of the superlative form of the adjectives that we have studied before. Practice makes perfect. Let's make practice perfect. Okay, use the adjectives below, as you can see them popping up now, and fill in the spaces with superlative forms. Use the adjectives below and fill in the spaces with superlative forms. So we have 5 sentences here, and we have many adjectives: good, fast, tall, exciting, boring, strong, expensive, famous, and big. These are all adjectives. Okay, fill in the spaces with the superlative form of the adjective. Don't forget to choose the correct adjective for the sentence, meaning that you'd have to look at the context. Write your answers below and don't forget to subscribe.